All right, welcome. We're going to have a shorter talk because we have a meditation test. You getting loosened up over there? Ready? Short topic. So I have a question. Raise your hand if you made any New Year's resolutions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How come some people didn't? So we're in March. Who's still got it going? 1, 2, 3. You lie. You guys are pretty good, actually, most of you. You know how long they usually last, right? A few weeks at best. And that's why a real short topic I want to talk about is commitment. When you joined here, when you became a student here, we asked you to make a commitment. The commitment seems like it's to us, but it's really to yourself. And we want to hold you to it. Because we want you to get what you came for. But people have a very hard time sticking to things. Do you know how many people have come through here, and even people who love it, but life gets in the way, and the commitment wasn't strong enough, so it's easy to veer off. They wanted certain things, but they never stuck to it long enough to get what they came for. You know, we have our 5 things. Number 1, you've got to show up. And if you're going to be committed to anything, you've got to show up for that thing. You want to learn something? It could be you buy a book on it, and you bought the book. Did you commit to actually reading the book? And then if you really want to learn this, is your goal to get to the back cover? Or is your goal to actually absorb the material so it helps you get what you bought the book for? Because what you should be doing is, I'm not one to mark up books, but I take notes, or I put Post-its or something. I don't know, something about, I don't like to mark up books for some reason. But people do. You know, you bend corners, or you underline, or you highlight, or whatever. But I would always keep a notebook, what was useful, and I'd start writing it down. Because now I'm actually getting the most out of that book. You bought the book for a reason. Something about the author's research or time to write the book is what you're looking for in terms of information and knowledge. And if you really want to learn something, you have to take that book seriously, and then probably some other things as well, whether it's video courses or live courses. But you actually have to show up to absorb the material. That's why we go to number 2 with train hard. Train hard is, I'm reading and I'm taking notes. I'm not just, let's get to the end of the chapter. Let's get to the end of the chapter. It's no different than you have reps. Let's say I'm doing kicks, I'm doing side kick, and I'm going to do, I don't know, 3 sets of 10 or what have you. Is my goal to get to 10 and rest, 10 and rest, 10 and rest? Or is it 10 individual perfect kicks to the best of my ability? That's why. Train hard, train right. Get it done in a way that I actually am going to learn something. I'm going to make good habits in the body. That's total commitment. Show up, train hard, train right. I've got my book, bought the book, took the first step, came here, signed the agreement, paid my money. Then what happened? We've had plenty of people do all that, uniform everything, and show up once or twice. I don't know what happened. There's no commitment. And I know how busy our world has become. But here's a guy coming in still. What state are you in now? He's in Vermont, and here he is tonight. You see? This commitment. We've had people move to other states. We've had people move even to other countries. And they research and try to find a place like this. And I will say they can't find it. Why? I think most martial arts don't include the full martial art, which includes meditation. And that everything we do is meditation. And so that's another thing about, you found something here, that's why you're still here. And those of you who've been here for a long time, you found something here, so you're showing your commitment. I only ask that you continue to commit to yourself so you can get the most out of it. You're here, you're showing up. You just got to be consistent with the practice so that your body changes over time. We were just having a conversation about testing. We're not concerned with your rank going up for the rank's sake, or so you can show off, your new satch color. We've always been about, is the development there? And this is a wonderful art to really change your body and your mind, both your body and your mind. You should not be the same person that started here if you're practicing, if you're meditating. And if you're doing both, when you're physically practicing, you're focusing like meditation. So I just had a conversation with someone telling me they have a very hard time focusing their mind. Can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. If you tell yourself you can't do something, how is it possible to accomplish it? It's very common when something's difficult. Bought the book, difficult to read it. Signed the agreement to show up here, difficult to actually show up here. I can't. I don't have time. I don't have whatever excuse. I tell the kids program, what are the two things I hate most? They all know. Laziness and excuses. Real commitment doesn't care about laziness or excuses. You have laziness, you're not really committed. You have excuses, you're not really committed. What's an excuse? In this case, I can't. You tell yourself you can't, you believe yourself, and then you give up. You're deciding that whatever that thing is too hard. Even if to the next person it's very simple. I tell people, you get in your car. What's the first thing you do? Be honest. Raise your hand. Do you turn on the radio, listen to music? Bunch of liars again. Nobody here listens to music? I'm impressed. Because if I ever ask someplace else, every hand goes up. And the problem is, it's a habit. You don't even know you do that. I've been riding a motorcycle for many, many years, and I get around other people once in a while, and they've got these loud stereos on the motorcycle, or they've got headphones in the helmet blasting music. Do you think maybe that's a little dangerous? One of the things I love about riding is I have to be in total awareness in order to keep myself safe. Absolute awareness. You get in the car, play the music all the time, you don't give yourself a chance to be in the moment. If I'm riding with music like that, I'm not in the moment, and I'm not as safe. I'm relying on other people to see me rather than me seeing them. You go for a walk in the park, beautiful nature, you want to wear headphones? Two problems with that. One, continue the busy mind, no different than getting in the car. Two, you're an easy target if somebody wanted to mug you or anything. You always think you're safe, but there were plenty of muggings right here in Bergenfield. You just don't hear about them. It happens. Somebody wearing headphones, someone can sneak up behind you, boom. Now, you might be more aware in a more dangerous neighborhood, but you never know. And why not practice wherever you are? So your mind is more in tune with the moment, and you actually use your senses as you live all the time. You won't be telling yourself, I can't focus, because your mind would have so much more focus on, so much more ability to focus. So you'll stop with the I can't, because you practice, you get better. You show up, you train hard, you train right. That would be how to walk in the park. Take in nature. Actually walk with as big a visual range as possible. See all the way here, see all the way here. Try not to look at the ground when you're walking. Look straight ahead and see the ground. You'll be in meditation during an activity, which can be your physical practice. You're in a form, supposed to focus on that. You get past remembering. You get to actually feeling what you're doing. You get to actually feeling even more profoundly when you experience the application of what you're doing, the reason for what you're doing. So the body aligns with defenses and attacks. Power comes out. All of this takes focus. And as you practice that way, your ability to focus improves. But if all the time you have distractions, your mind is not even yours. It does whatever it wants. Which is why when we go to meditation, I say, the mind. Not your mind, the mind. Because my sense of who and what we are is pure awareness. What gets in the way of pure awareness? Thinking. So the mind is in the way of the pure awareness. Our goal in meditation is to eliminate all of that and get to the sense of oneness, the pure awareness. So I talked about a number of different things there. But the main focus here is commitment. If you sit to meditate, how committed are you? If you're going to do a form, how committed are you? Commitment would be 100% full engagement in doing what you're doing. I'm committed to doing this because just like the 10 reps from the kicks, every rep as good as I can do. Not thinking about 10. Not reading the book and thinking about getting to the end. Let me get to the end. I mean, I've read many times where I read a few paragraphs, I don't know what the heck I just read because my mind went somewhere else. So I got to go back because my goal is to learn what I read, not to get to the end. See the difference? Commitment in what I'm doing. Commitment is a habit. Non-commitment is a habit. Laziness and excuses are a habit. Letting yourself off the hook with I can't is a habit. Because you're believing what you say. And if you consistently stay committed to what you're doing, you'll believe you're that kind of person that can stay on track with what you set out to do. That's commitment. All right, we're going to finish now. We're going to go to meditation, and afterwards you can step out and come back. Okay? All right, we'll go to meditation.